How to Buy Happiness by Pirat. Part 3. Happy Resting Mindset. Happiness is attractive. You're allowed to be happy. You're allowed to admit and say that you are happy. You're allowed to express your happiness. What is a resting mindset? Do you ever take a moment to pay attention to your thoughts? Have you ever observed your automatic thoughts? You step aside in your mind and just listen to your thoughts. You pause, focus on your thoughts, and instead of thinking, you observe the thoughts that are wandering in your mind. If you have never done this before, take some time to practice it. Most people just have their thoughts roam around without control. Their automatic thoughts control their emotions and from there control their behavior and decisions. Most of those thoughts are subconscious. If you have not practiced noticing them, then you might not even be aware of those thoughts. You behave and react automatically based on your programming. Some people can't access their thought process and are just feeling, but the thoughts are still there. They are just subconscious. They are your command center. Your daily automatic thoughts create your life. What is your life? It is the whole experience you're having. Thoughts and feelings that are the most consistent create your resting mindset. Your resting mindset affects what you are subconsciously looking for in every situation that occurs in your life. People are either looking for something to be sad, angry, scared, or happy about. It happens automatically. Based on the kinds of thoughts that you have most in the time, they cause you to have either a sad, fearful, angry, calm, or happy resting mindset. Resting mindset is how you feel most of the time when there is nothing that triggers specific emotions. Your resting mindset has developed from your programming. If your resting mindset is sad, then you are viewed and see yourself as a sad person. If your resting mindset is angry, then you are an angry person. If your resting mindset is fearful, then you are a fearful and anxious person. If your resting mindset is calm, then you are a calm and relaxed person. And if your resting mindset is happy, then you are viewed and considered yourself as a happy person. Which one do you think you are? Of course, we feel all the feelings in certain moments when they are triggered. But when nothing goes on, when we are emotionally in resting mode, then we fall into one of those five mindsets: happy resting mindset, calm resting mindset, sad resting mindset, fearful resting mindset, angry resting mindset. You can add happiness to all mindsets. You can buy happiness regardless of what kind of resting mindset you have. But it is best to develop a happy resting mindset. Then you can effortlessly live a happy life. Negative types of resting mindsets. Let's start with the most destructive resting mindset in the world. This resting mindset causes destruction in all areas all over the world. Let's be honest here. Some people with this resting mindset are the reason why other people say that this world is a horrible place. And here, I want to correct everyone who is saying that. The world is not a horrible place. Our Earth is a beautiful planet. It is filled with so much amazing life and with mostly good people. And then we have some people that have an angry resting mindset. Those are the people who create big and small problems in our beautiful world. Those people's angry resting mindset brings consequences ranging from wars to domestic abuse. If they could reprogram their resting mindset to be a positive one, the world would be peaceful. If you are someone with an angry resting mindset, your thoughts about the world and people are mostly angry thoughts. Almost everything that is happening and everything that you hear triggers angry feelings and reactions. Some people who have an angry resting mindset are so used to being angry that they don't even acknowledge it. And if they get out of that mindset even for a little bit, they feel even angrier after. Sometimes something might make them feel good and happy. Feeling happy startles them, and they quickly find a reason to be angry again. Or even if they feel sad or scared, they are again out of their comfort zone and do, say, or think something that brings them back in that familiar angry mindset. Most of them are blaming everyone around them for making them angry. Then, uh, then there are some who are angry, know it, don't like to feel like it, but don't know how to change. The next negative resting mindset is fearful. People with this resting mindset are living in constant fear and worry. Their minds are programmed with fearful thoughts. They are not just scared themselves, they also create fear in the people around them. Some of them use fear to control people around them. Fearful resting mindset also refers to people who live in constant worry. Fear and worry are very similar. People with fearful resting mindset are subconsciously always looking for something to worry about. They are anxious even without a reason, simply because they have a fearful resting mindset, and that causes them to feel that way. And because of that feeling, they try to find a reason for it. Their mind is trying to find something to worry about all the time. This mindset is the most automatic one. It gives the person a feeling of having no control. Some of them are living in constant, irrational fear. Fear by itself is normal in certain situations, but being scared all the time is, of course, illogical. Some people with a fearful resting mindset grew up in a scary environments. At some point in their lives, fear was justified. Now they are programmed to be scared. As adults, they have to acknowledge and understand that their fear is caused by programming. A fearful resting mindset also stops people from having a happy life experience. But again, with self programming, it is possible to relearn and build a positive resting mindset. In this case, the next step might not be a happy resting mindset right away. It is possible, but for some people, it would be easier to develop a calm resting mindset first. And the less negative resting state of mind is sad. Why do I call sad, angry, and fearful mindsets negative? Because they're holding you back from having an awesome life experience. Sadness takes over the mind with a dull emptiness. It is not negative in a destructive way for the people around them, but it is destructive in one's personal life. A sad resting mindset is the cause of most depressions. It has usually developed from helpless and hopeless programming. Programming where the person lacked their own decision making, encouragement from caretakers, and an absence of exciting positive life experiences. A lot of people have a sad resting mindset. Those are the people you see going around with dull, emotionless faces. They go through life and then die. They are sad. Most of them don't even know why they are sad. They simply follow the system they live in because for them it is what it is. They don't feel their own significance. If you are that person, then you're reading the right book. If you know somebody like that, get them this book. Getting the right information helps them realize that they are significant. Also, a lot of people with abusive life experiences develop a sad resting mindset. Under the sad resting mindset are also people who have developed a behavior where they need others to feel pity for them. That is where their validation comes from. Some of them use pity to control others, but mostly it gives them self reasoning to avoid taking responsibility for the change. All the people with negative resting mindset can change. They can learn to self program, create a happy resting mindset, and change their life. Buying happiness is a great and simple tool for them. One of my goals with my teachings is to move as many people as possible from negative resting mindsets to positive ones. To have a happy resting mindset or at least a calm resting mindset. Buying happiness will help you change your resting mindset. Buying happiness is one of the self programming tools you can use to become a happy person. Happy resting mindset. A happy resting mindset gives you confidence, joyfulness, fun, excitement about your life, peace, encouragement, and all the other blessings in life. When you have a happy resting mindset, you don't need approval from others. You do things that make you happy. Things that you buy are for you to enjoy. With a happy resting mindset, you can move through all negative situations in life easier and faster. You're having a happy life experience. With this mindset, you are a happy person, and happiness is attractive. You will surround yourself with more happy people and set appropriate boundaries with negative people. People with happy realistic mindsets have mostly positive thoughts. They create happiness inside and around themselves. They easily create happiness for others and feel happy while doing it. Their life experience is positive, regardless of the variety of feelings they experience. They are able to always look for a positive outcome. Does this sound good to you? Is that what you want? Since you're reading this book, it means you want to be a happy person. I want to repeat in the list form some of the things that come with happy resting mindset: confidence, joyfulness, fun, excitement, peace, encouragement, blessings, no need for approval from others, ability to enjoy, surrounding oneself with other happy people, boundaries with negative people, mostly positive thoughts, positive outcomes. All of that together creates a positive life experience for you. You also have to remember the third common ground for happiness. People with happy resting mindset also experience fear, sadness, and anger when it is appropriate, but they know how to appropriately handle and process those feelings. And they don't dwell on those negative feelings simply because they don't want to. They know what it feels like to be happy, and they want to feel that way most of the time. So, whenever they have to feel negative feelings, they automatically try to find a way to get back to feeling happy as soon as possible. Calm, resting mindset. Most people actually have either a calm or happy resting mindset. They're just not aware of it. Because, as you now know, it is normal for most species that we all experience a variety of feelings. Also, There has not been knowledge of understanding the resting mindset. Most people who actually already have a calm or happy resting mindset have never thought about what the resting mindset is. So, because sometimes they experience anger, fear, or sadness, they don't view themselves as happy people. And the false understanding is that the happy people have to be always happy. There is a difference between what you are and what you experience. It is important to focus on how you feel most of the time. Most people feel calm. They have a calm, resting mindset. They live a peaceful, relaxing life. Occasionally, they experience situations where anger, fear, sadness, or happiness occur, and then they go back to their everyday calm mindset. Their life experience is peaceful, or we can also use the word content. Your resting mindset. Now that you know what a resting mindset is, what is your resting mindset? Most of us know right away. Mine, of course, is happy. What do you think yours is? For fun, you can also start observing other people and see what kind of resting mindset they have. It makes it easier to understand other people around you. You will understand other people's behavior better if you can identify their resting mindset. It is important that you are genuine and honest about what your mindset is. Angry, fearful, and some sad people often try to hide it from themselves and others. To change your mindset, you have to be honest with yourself first. You don't have to tell others what kind of mindset you have, but most likely they already know. People usually perceive others based on what is their resting mindset. Other people can sometimes see your resting mindset better than you can. After reading about and understanding what kind of resting mindsets humans have, did you know right away what was yours? Most people know, even if they don't admit it to others or themselves. Is yours happy, calm, sad, fearful, or angry? There is no wrong answer. Be genuine to yourself, because if you are genuine about it, then you will be able to get in control. And if it is one of the negative ones, then you can choose to change it. If your resting mindset is negative, then know you understand that your mind is programmed with negative thoughts. You are having a mostly negative life experience. Your negative resting mindset creates a negative life experience for yourself and for the people around you. People's anger, sadness, and fear affect the people around them. The same goes for happiness and calmness. People who radiate happiness make people around them feel better. Happiness is attractive. Even most people who are fearful, angry, or sad like to be around happy people. It helps them get away from their own automatic negative resting mindsets. Your next question should be, how did my resting mindset develop? This is where a lot of people just say, oh, it is from childhood. No, it is not just from childhood. It is from all the steps of programming received until now. And to change it, you need to self program your mindset. Most people live their entire lives in their programmed resting mindset. As I said, this is that old, it is just the way I am attitude. If you want to be happy, you can become happy. You just have to want to be happy. Don't just repeat the sentence, of course I want to be happy, without any real conscious willingness to achieve happiness. You need to get out of the robotic, just existing programming. Your subconscious negative resting mindset tries to keep, and if needed, then sabotage you to stay in this mindset. Are you going to let it be in control of you, or do you want to be in control? Changing your negative resting mindset. If you have realized now that your resting mindset presently is negative, then you also understand that it has developed because of your programming. The good news is that you don't have to be stuck with the resting mindset that you have now. You can use self programming to change your negative resting mindset to be a calm or happy one. You can use the tool of buying happiness to develop your new happy resting mindset. For some people, it is easier to develop a calm resting mindset first, and then from that, develop to a happy resting mindset. Maybe you realize that you already have a calm or happy resting mindset. Now that you know, you can focus on that knowledge and make your positive mindset stronger. A lot of people have lived and are actually living a happy life. They just have not acknowledged it. Or some of them were feeling guilty about admitting it socially. Happiness is normal. People need to connect by encouraging each other's happiness and creating happiness for each other. They can stop pretending in front of each other that they are happy and actually be genuinely happy. One of the problems some people have, and that is also one of the reasons why we still have a lot of unhappiness, is resistance to happiness. People with negative resting mindset have been stuck with them for their entire lives. Now being happy is their comfort zone. Now, to become happy, they have to leave that comfort zone of not being happy. Yes, for too many people, not being happy is a comfort zone. Leaving it creates a natural feeling of resistance. Try to acknowledge if you are feeling any resistance while reading the new knowledge. Every time you acknowledge something about yourself, you take back control from your automatic programming, and then you can self program to change what you want. What should you do when a negative thought comes to your mind? Don't just agree with it right away. Don't react right away. Pause. Start analyzing that thought. Why does that thought came to your mind? What is the trigger? Was it something that someone did or said? Something that you heard or saw? Something that you read online? Something that happened? Some memories that came up? Or maybe you did something that didn't have the outcome you were expecting. Some people don't notice the thoughts they get after the trigger. They just get a sudden negative feeling. After you have acknowledged the feeling and or thought and the cause of it, take time to decide how to react. Decide that you don't want to react in a negative way. Show your strength by controlling your reaction. Not reacting right away is a strong skill and shows power. Decide what kind of response will create the most positive outcome. If other people were involved in creating that negative feeling, an assertive response is always better than an impulsive counter reaction. People with a calm or happy resting mindset also experience fear, sadness, and anger, but they know how to appropriately handle and process those feelings. They don't give away their control by acting impulsively. When you are creating your new positive resting mindset, you're moving away from your old resting mindset. You have to learn to not to dwell on old negative feelings. Rejoice instead. We have so much beauty, happiness, and richness all around us. People have been made to focus on the wrong things. We have had wrong guidance from unhappy, hurt people. When you focus on everything good, it doesn't mean that you are unaware of the bad. You stay above the bad. You approach it as something that needs to be changed. Instead of having an emotional reaction, you try to see if you can have an active response. Can you do anything to change it? Many things are easy to change. People with a negative resting mindset prefer to complain instead of taking action to make a change. That is the dwelling. The most important thing is not to engage in a counter reaction of bad with bad. It creates a negative chain reaction. Practice feeling happy for others. One automatic reaction some humans have is feeling bad about themselves when someone else is doing or feeling better than they currently are. It is a naturally arising feeling until you acknowledge it and remove that reaction. You can relearn to feel good for others instead. A thought that could help you with that is it is awesome that things are going good in their life. Hopefully, things are going good for me too. Or maybe you should acknowledge that things in your life are already good too. Also, remember, everyone's happiness is different. You might not even actually want the same. That is why it's important to know what makes you happy. Smile. In the next part, you will learn to use the tool of buying happiness. Hi, you were just listening to the part 3 of my book, How to Buy Happiness. Please go to my channel to listen to all the parts of the book. They are in a playlist, How to Buy Happiness. You can also buy the physical book from Amazon by using the QR code on the screen. As you already understood from my accent, English is not my native language, but don't worry, the book is edited by a professional editor. But there is some neuro-linguistical language in it. That means some of the things are not said in a traditional English way. I am Pirat. Besides being an author, I am a mental health advocate, personal coach, and happiness expert. My goal is to help you have the best life experience even in challenging times. So, subscribe to my channel and share it with your family and friends. If you are someone who wants to understand life better and live happier, this channel is perfect for you. Smile, enjoy the book, and start consciously buying happiness. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I will answer them. You are allowed to be happy. You are allowed to admit and say that you are happy. You are allowed to express your happiness.